Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Semua dengar ke? Clear tak? Kelas, you all dengar tak?
Dengar doktor. Clear.
Clear eh? Right. Okay, so I assume all of you have review my uh, chapter 4 part 2 asynchronous lecture last Sunday. So hari ni kita akan continue from where we stop during masa asynchronous lecture hari itulah. Okay, so actually part 2 macam saya explain dah dalam asynchronous lecture baru ni is actually the application of integrations. Okay, applications of integrations. Okay. Okay, so semua orang okay hari ni? This is now week 11 for your information. Okay, kalau ikut lecture plan maksudnya kita ada lagi 3 weeks. Okay, we have 3 weeks more to go. And itulah saya pun tak tahu kenapa by use dengan online classes ni jadi slow sikit sebab saya tak nampak muka you all kot. Kalau dulu face to face punya batch saya ajar subjek ni week 13 dah complete syllabus. Okay, which this time I don't think by week 13 I'm able to complete the syllabus. Okay, but hopefully today I'm able to complete chapter 4. And you all pun tak ada rasa tercungap-cungap lah nak faham chapter 4 ni. Alright, so far I assume everything is fine lah sebab tak ada seorang pun lagi tag saya ke PM saya ke tanya apa-apa berkenaan permasalahan yang you all face during this sepanjang kos ni berlangsung. Okay, so sekarang ni kita akan start with the washer method. Apa maksud washer method? Kalau sebelum ni we have done with the this method. Okay, yang kita dalam asynchronous lecture I've explained you have a region when we rotate about the axis ataupun about the line, maybe horizontal line or vertical line, kita akan dapat solid. Okay, macam example 11 ni, okay, the curve is like this. Okay, and we rotate about the line, okay, the line x equals to 3. So you dapatlah bentuk macam gasing macam ni and we slice it, okay, into this. Okay, so daripada situ kita nampaklah area tu, volume of a disc, kita tambah each of the disc ni, it will somehow become the volume of this solid. Alright, so for today, we are going to discuss what if bila kita rotate dia, kita tak dapat bentuk solid. Tahu kan solid ni maknanya dia tak berlubang. Okay, dia tak berlubang, solid. Okay, dia macam tu lah, setongkol macam tu. Dia tak ada lubang-lubang ni. But the second part here is when we rotate, we get a washer. Apa maksud washer ni? You just imagine kat rumah you all mesti ada washing machine, betul tak? Nampak tak? Washing machine tu washer dia kan ada lubang. Tempat letak kain tu kan berlubang. Macam tu lah bentuk washer. Maknanya ada lubang. Alright. So maknanya you can imagine okay, something like this. Hopefully everyone nampak lah. Okay, dia ada bentuk macam mana macam tu lah. Okay, ataupun berlubang terus ke maybe macam tu. Saya ni tak cantik sangat. Memang tak cantik. Bukan tak cantik sangat. Tak cantik sungguh melukis. Okay. So dia berlubang macam tu. So maknanya we want to find the volume yang tak berlubang ni sahaja. The washer part only. Yang lubang tengah ni, yang berlubang ni kita tak ada volume lah. Mana ada volume sebab dia bukan sebab dia berlubang, kosong. Okay. So here, macam tu lebih kurang. Okay, we want to find the volume of the washer. So first of all for today, semua orang faham tak apa maksud washer ni? Okay, maknanya dia bukan solid, dia ada lubang. So in that case, maknanya kalau kita slice kan, okay, you just imagine macam ni lah. You just imagine cylinder lah, senang. Cylinder is one example of the washer. Okay, cylinder is one example of the washer sebab dia ada lubang. Okay, so using the same method, okay, where we slice it into this, tapi sekarang ni list ni dia akan ada lubang. So kalau kita ambil one slice of the disc, okay, macam tu. Alright, class. Okay, so this is the area that you want to find, the surface area that you want to find, then multiply with the height here. Still lagi, macam saya cakap, the height here it can be dx or dy. So now we want to find this area. Kalau macam sebelum ni, solid, kita find je the full area kat sini kan. Okay, what is the area for this one kalau solid ni class? Area of a circle. So what's the formula? This one is gonna be pi. Pi apa? Senyap je kesangkut. Dengar tak ni? What is the area of the circle here? Pi r square, right? Okay, so pi r square of a solid. But now, okay, when we need to identify where is the center of our radius here. But now we have washer. So in this case, kita kena consider something extra here. Okay, where center is still the same. Center ni is the axis of rotation. Kalau kita buat macam bentuk macam ni, maknanya katakanlah dia berputar macam ni. So maknanya, to find the area yang ni sahaja, we need to consider the outer radius. Okay, sebab kita nak cari yang luar je. Sebab nampak tak, kita ada dua circle. The outer circle and the inner circle. So to find the area of this shaded region here is equals to pi r out square minus with pi r in square. Faham tak? Sebab area yang bulatan besar tolak area bulatan kecil ni will give you area yang merah ni. Area yang biru ni adalah pi r in square. Okay, so that's why the formula here we have pi r x square minus small r x square. Yang ni saya regard tadi as r naught square. Yang ni sebagai r in square. Okay, so daripada situ and then dx ni nothing but just the height of your disk here. Okay, so hopefully everybody are able to understand what does it mean by washer here. Okay, so bear in mind washer method maksudnya kita ada dua radius. Outer radius and inner radius. Sebab kita nak cari the shaded part here. Okay, so by knowing the area, the shaded area here, we multiply with the width or the height of the disk. Either dx or dy depends on the orientation of your curve. Then you may get the volume accordingly lah. Just integrate macam biasa. Okay, so macam example yang saya ada kat sini sekarang. Okay, imagine we have this region. Okay, we have this region and we are going to rotate this about the x-axis. Okay, we are going to rotate this about the axis. So can you all imagine, bila you rotate about the x-axis, okay, dia akan jadi bentuk macam lampu macam ni juga. Okay, lampu tidur macam ni, tapi dalam bentuk melintang. Okay, so daripada sini maknanya you have to identify what is the R out and R in. Region dia kat sini je sebenarnya. Tapi nak cari area of this part, maksudnya you kena cari the area, the outer radius. Okay, this is the outer radius, this curve. Okay, Rx square minus with the inner radius. Yang ni adalah inner radius. Okay, then you will get the area tu dan multiply lah macam saya cakap tadi. Okay. Now, yang ni tak ada example. Okay, it's okay. Now, let's have a look at example 12. Okay, so in this example 12, the region bounded by the curve y equals to x square plus 1. Okay, y equals to x square plus 1. So, yang mana yang x square plus 1 ni? Ni dah lukis. By right, sepatutnya you all perlu tahulah macam mana nak sketch this one. Simple curve je ni, y equals to x square plus 1. When x equals to 0, y equals to 1 kat sini. Nampak tak? The titik minimum dia at x equals to 1. And the line y equals to negative x plus 3. So this is the line negative x plus 3. It's revolve about the x-axis. Okay, revolve about the x-axis. So kat sini, x-axis ni. Okay, so when we revolve about the x-axis, okay, to generate a solid, find the volume of the solid. So sebenarnya there is a hint untuk you tahu sama ada whether will you get a washer or a disk. Okay, there are two possibilities. Sama ada you dapat washer or disk. If disk, maknanya you just have to find one arc, one radius sahaja. But with this washer, then you have to find R out and also R in. How to know whether you will get washer or disk? Actually, it's very simple. By knowing, by checking, okay, region you ni, dengan center, dengan you punya axis of rotation ni jauh, bertindan ataupun ada gap. Okay, bertindan ataupun ada gap. If there any separation between your region with your axis of rotation, if there is a separation, meaning that you will get a washer. But if it is within the region, is where you rotate, that means that you will get the this. Faham tak? Macam ni kan, ni region kita. And this is where you are going to rotate. So there is a space, okay, a separation between, in between here. So within this region. Ni ada kawasan kosong kat sini. So that's why you get a hole here. Okay, compared to yang sebelum ni, nampak tak? Kita dapat ni region kita dan kita rotate pun kat sini. So it's within the region. So that's why for this case, kita dapat solid. Alright? Okay, so for this case, maknanya kita akan ada two radius, R out minus with R in. Okay, so kalau you nampak curve ni, dia dah lukis cantik-cantik, saya tak naklah conteng, nanti makin you tak faham. Tengoklah, tilik je yang tu. Kalau tak faham, boleh tanya saya. Okay, so the radius, the outer radius will be the, okay, kita punya, apa ni, axis of rotation kita ataupun center kita adalah the line y equals to 0. Okay, so the outer radius here is from here to here. Okay, or here to here. Ni dah ada tulis kat sini. Okay, so yang ni y equals to 0. Yang ni adalah y equals to negative x plus 3. Katakanlah ni y1. Okay, so r naught here, u adalah y1 minus with y. Okay, y naught kan nanti pening pula. Okay, y equals to 0. Okay, y equals to 0. So your y1 here is negative x plus 3 minus with 0. So your r naught is equals to negative x plus 3. And then tahu r naught, your r in pula yang kat luar ni is the outer curve. Okay, the outer curve here, okay, is y equals to x square plus 1. Katakanlah ni kata y naught, y outer y. Okay, so sorry, y in. Okay, ni y in is equals to negative x square plus 1. Bolehlah ni buat y naught ni. Okay, so ni r in equals to, maknanya y in minus with y naught. So your y in here is equals to negative x square plus 1 minus with y naught is 0, or the x exists. So maknanya kat sini your y naught or the outer radius, the inner radius r in is equals to negative x square plus 1. Okay, so with this you may set up the integration. Satu lagi you have to be careful, since kita rotate here with respect to the x-axis, so you have to carefully identify, okay, whether will you get dx or dy. Nampak tak? Curve dia, apa ni, dia punya height tu adalah dx or dy. Curve dia macam ni, so okay, dia punya thickness of your this here, or of your washer here is dx. Okay, dia macam tu. Dia berlubang. So dia punya radius yang atas tolak dengan yang bawah tadi. Okay, so dia punya integration now, the volume will be equals to pi r out square minus with r in square dx. Dari mana ke mana kita punya dx kat sini? Kita nampak here, region is from 1 to negative 2. Okay, from 1 to negative 2. Pening sangat ada ni. Banyak saya conteng kat sini nampak. Okay, from 1 to negative 2. So integration pi from negative 2 to 1. So your r out is negative x plus 3 square minus with your r in is negative negative x square plus 1 square dx. Right? Okay, so hopefully all of you can digest lah this part. Okay, saya nak check that dulu. Ni Mana? Apa jawapan dia? 117 pi per 3. 117 pi per 3. Okay, so you may try to solve that and you should get the answer lah. So saya dah bagi jawapan tu. Okay, so hopefully everybody understand. Okay, so maknanya to solve this integration. Okay, so pi here, negative 2 to 1. So maknanya you kena expand lah ni, negative x plus 3 times with negative x plus 3 dx, okay, minus with pi, okay, negative 2 to 1, negative x square plus 1 times with negative x square plus 1 dx. Okay, multiply, expand this, then integrate macam biasa. You should get the answer 117 pi per 5. Okay, I'm not going to show the integration sebab yang ni simple je for you to integrate. Okay, ada apa-apa soalan tak? Ada question ke kat sini? Ada kat chat ni? Tak ada apa-apa tanya soalan. Okay, doktor. Alright. Okay, so now we proceed to the next example. Okay, we proceed to the next example here. Another example, dia punya washer juga. Okay, the region bounded by the parabola y equals to x square and the line y equals to 2x in the first quadrant. Soalan dia dah bagi tahu in the first quadrant sebab the line y equals to x square ni biasanya dia involve two quadrant, first and second quadrant. Tapi for this question, we just consider the first quadrant. Okay, tahu kan quadrant? Kita ada 4 quadrant. So this is first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. Okay, and the line y equals to 2x is revolved about the y-axis to generate a solid. Dia solid tapi solid yang berlubang Jangan fikir solid tu tak ada lubang lah sekarang. Soalan ni dia cakap solid. Find the volume of the solid. Okay, or in other word maksudnya washer lah ni sebenarnya. Okay, the line, so y-axis. So nampak tak macam saya cakap tadi. Okay, our region adalah yang ni. Okay, so make sure when you do this kind of question, okay, you need to find the point of intersection first. Nak tahu dia ni sebenarnya cover dari mana ke mana. So for this case, maknanya kita ada x square equals to 2x. So you bring this x square minus 2x equals to 0. So you will get x minus 2 equals to 0. So we have two intersection points where at x equals to 0 and x equals to 2. So when x equals to 0, y is equals to 0. When x equals to 2, y is equals to 4. Right, class? So hopefully all of you clear about this lah. Alright. Tulis dulu. Okay, so sekarang ni, nampak tak? This is our region. Bila kita cari titik persamaan tu kat sini, maknanya this is the enclosed region. And the question also state that it is going to be rotate or revolve about the y-axis. So nampak? Okay, this region and the y-axis, there is a space ataupun separation here. So meaning it indicates to you that it will result a washer. So in this case, kalau a washer, dia punya volume, to get the volume, the formula will become pi from what to what? Okay, pi r out square minus with r in square. Okay, pi r out square minus with pi r in square. Soal ni, gambar ni dah pun dah tunjuk dah macam mana rupa washer tu. Okay, so maknanya washer ni dia akan bentuk V macam tu dan dia ada lubang kat tengah. So you can figure out what is your R out and R in. Okay, so class, my first question now, dx or dy is dia punya height of the disk tu. Kalau dia duduk dalam bentuk, kita nampak dia punya position is in this form. So this one, okay, is changing respect to dx or dy. Anyone? Tak dengar suara you all lagi ni. dx or dy class? Next, dx or dy? Hello, ada siapa-siapa nak cuba?
DY.
dx or dy?
DY.
dx or dy?
DY.
Yes,
DY.
dy. Siapa cakap tu? Azmina. Yes, Azmina. Correct. It's dy. Sebab dia, nampak tak? Sy, apa ni? Bila y tu starting from y equals to 0, macam tu. The curve. Ada dia punya dis tu. Menaik, menaik, menaik macam tu kan? Okay, so dy. So this one, the correct one is dy. Okay, and what about dia punya r out and r in? Okay, r out and r in kat sini, saya tulis semua dulu, tak nak pergi serabut. Okay. R out and R in dia kat sini maksudnya, okay. Yang mana R out class? So sekarang ni to determine R out is equals to, center kita adalah the line, okay, this line. This line is y axis, or we can say x naught equals to 0. Y axis is the line where x is equals to 0. This is our center. So dia punya R out adalah jarak dari sini ke sini. Yang ni, yang kat luar ni tolak minus the center. The curve yang ni adalah curve, okay, x. Since dy, maknanya you have to express the function equals to y. This curve is, this curve, okay, this curve is y equals to x square. But since we are measuring from right to left, okay, so this one become x equals to square root y. So saya katakanlah saya kata kat sini x out, okay. R out is equals to x out minus with x naught, okay. So our x out here, okay, is equals to square root y. Okay, so it's equals to square root y minus 0, which is also equals to square root y. And our R in is equals to x in minus with x naught. Our x in maknanya radius yang kat dalam ni, okay, where this line is y equals to 2x. So our x is equals to y over 2. Katakanlah this one we regard as x in. Okay, so this one is our x in, where it is equals to y over 2. Y over 2 minus with 0, where center also, okay, which is equals to y over 2. Okay, so to compute the integration, so v is equals to pi, you may bring it outside, and integration is, where is? Macam kita dah verify tadi dy, so starting from y equals to 0 sampai y equals to 4 kat sini. From 0 to 4. Okay, R out is square root y square minus with y over 2 square dy. So yang ni simple, so kita boleh solve it together lah. So yang ni pi, maknanya integration 0 to 4 square root y square, you will get y minus with y square over 4 dy. Okay, so you solve this, you get 0 for y square over 2 minus with y cube over 12. Okay, gantilah, then you should get the answer which is equals to 8 pi over 3. Okay, hopefully everyone clear lah. Semua orang okay ke tak ni? Senyap je hari ni. Tak ada Azmina seorang je menyahut. Is it raining out there? Kat Terengganu ni panas. Tas, are you okay? What about the rest? Senyap je semua? Okay. Okay, Alif Ilham kata okay. Alright. Okay, we come to the last method. Lagipun ni semua siaran ulangan je kan untuk you all. Kau dah pernah belajar ni semua ni. Untuk recap balik je. Okay, so we come to the last part of chapter 4, okay, in this application of integration, where this is actually alternative method. Okay, so far kita dah cover dah how to generate the volume for the solid and for the washer. Okay, using the this method. What does it mean by the this method? Itulah yang guna formula pi arc square dx or dy. Kalau untuk solid, kalau untuk washer, then it's going to be pi r out square minus with r in square dx or dy. Okay, so for this case, kita guna, this is so called as the this method. Yang ni, second method here is what we call as the cylindrical shell method. Okay, cylindrical shell method. Tahu kan cylinder? Okay, cylindrical shell method. So, kalau cylindrical shell method ni, dia formula, kalau nampak yang this method tu, macam ni yang saya tunjuk tadi. Okay, lagging sikit. Okay, now using the cylindrical shell method, the formula change become 2 pi. Okay, 2 pi shell radius multiplied with shell height times dx. But it can be also dy, depend on dia punya formula lah. This one, it become dx here because shell formula for revolution about a vertical line. About a vertical line. Nak explain dulu, okay, kenapa the formula jadi macam ni. Okay, 2 pi, maksudnya kat sini dia jadi 2 pi arc times with h. Okay, 2 pi arc times with h. Macam kita tadi, okay class, just imagine we have a cylinder. Okay, we have a cylinder like this. Okay, we have a cylinder like this yang dia ada lubang kat dalam, kat tengah tadi. Okay, kalau guna this method tadi, okay, it rotate about this line kan? Rotate about the vertical line. Katakanlah rotate about the y-axis. Kalau tadi kita guna approach this method, kita slice dia, betul? Kita slice dia one by one. So kita kira the volume for each of the disc dan kita ada R out and R in. Right? Kita ada R out and R in. Tapi kalau guna cylindrical shell, tahu kan shell maknanya dia berlapis dan berlapis. That is the difference. Kalau guna second method ni, the cylindrical shell method, dia punya approach is slightly different. What makes it different? Dia macam ni. Kita dah ada juga ni dia punya shell ni. Okay, kita ada cylindrical shell. Allah, nampak melukis ni. Memanglah tak cantik. Okay, macam tu. Macam tu. Imagine lah. Saya dah silap ni. Okay, boleh lah macam tu. Okay. Tak nak lukis balik. Faham yang this method tu macam tu. Saya nak lukis yang baru untuk shell method ni. Okay. Kita ada macam ni. Okay, dia ada luar dan dia ada dalam. Nak suruh orang nampak ni. Okay, shell method. Kalau this tadi kita slice kan macam saya cakap tu. Kalau shell method maksudnya kita jadikan dia sebagai lapisan. Satu lapisan rectangle. Macam tu. Satu lapisan kita kira what is the volume of first lapisan. Lapisan pertama maknanya dia merangkumi semua lapisan ni. First lapisan. Then kita kira pula lapisan kedua. Macam tu lah. Saya lukis tak cantik. Kalau you all boleh faham ni. Okay, then lapisan kedua. Macam tu. Dan lapisan ketiga. Dan lapisan ketiga katalah saya guna warna merah. Ni lapisan kedua. Yang merah ni lapisan, tak tahulah lapisan keberapa. Ni maknanya semua ni kita kira dia lapisan. Lapisan berlapisan. Macam tu. Dan lapisan next lapisan. Ada lagi lapisan. Sampailah dia kira ke dalam sampailah yang kat hujung ni kita dah tak kira. Yang kat dalam ni tak kira sebab dia dah berlubang. Okay. So, in a shell, maknanya kalau satu je lapisan of a cylinder yang kita nak kira ni, kalau you boleh imagine, okay, dia kan luas permukaan cylinder, you imagine macam ni lah. Kalau you ada satu kertas, okay, kalau you ada satu kertas, saya enable video lah sekejap. Kalau yang ni, sekejap eh. Kalau you all ada satu kertas, kan? Sekejap saya nak ni. Pula kertas. Oops, sorry. Okay. So, macam ni lah. Kalau you ada satu, ni dia lukis kat sini. Aku guna yang ni je lah. Tak payahlah saya akan nak tunjuk video. Okay, you nampak tak? Kita ada cylindrical shell ni macam ni. So, you potong kertas ni. Keratan rentas dia akan jadi macam ni. Betul? Keratan rentas dia akan menjadi macam ni. Where this rectangle, sebenarnya kalau you gulung, you akan dapat this cylinder. You bolehlah try. Anyone, you cari kertas A4 paper, you gulung. Dia jadikan bentuk silinder. Kalau lah kertas A4 paper or manila card, dia akan jadi bentuk silinder yang ada shell. Maknanya yang ada volume. Dia ada lapisan dia. So in this case, maksudnya to find the volume of a rectangle like this or cylinder shell ni, maknanya this is a keratan rentas of cylinder. So yang panjang ni adalah panjang apa ni kelas? This one, 2 pi x here. Okay, referring to the luas permukaan, the base of your cylinder. Okay, the base of your cylinder, 2 pi r or 2 pi x for this case, multiply with the h, and the thickness is the lebar of your, this one, of your rectangle here. So this one will determine sama ada dx or dy. 2 pi r, okay, 2 pi r, thickness dia sama ada dx or dy and multiply with the height h. Okay, so hopefully you all boleh faham lah konsep cylindrical shell here. Okay, so maksudnya dia kita consider one cylinder shell, then another cylinder shell, another sampailah kita jumpa yang kat dalam lubang ni. Berbeza dengan this method sebelum ni kita slice into one disc, okay, tambah lagi the next disc and so on. Alright. Okay. So ni summary of the shell method. You can find out on your own. Okay, later you boleh baca sendirilah. So now I will straight away kita tengok example ni. Okay, kita tengok example ni untuk you faham. Okay, this example 14. Okay, we have the region bounded by the curve. Sebenarnya example 14 ni tak silap saya kita ada discuss juga dalam this method. Saya tak boleh check kot. The region bounded by the curve y equals to square root x. Rotate about the x axis. Rotate about the x axis. Okay. And the line x equals to 4. Sorry. Bukan rotate about the axis. Saya silap ni. Okay. The region bounded by the curve y equals to square root x. Okay. This is y equals to square root x. The x-axis, okay, this is the x-axis, and the line x equals to 4, okay, this is the line x equals to 4, is revolve about the y-axis. Revolve about the y-axis. Sorry, revolve about y-axis, okay. To generate a solid, find the volume of the solid. Okay, kelas. Kalau you tengok macam ni, kalau kita guna this method tadi, yang pi r square, okay, this is the region and this is the axis of rotation. Kita akan dapat solid ke washer, kelas? Kalau kita guna this method yang pi r square, kita dapat solid or washer? Anyone? Solid or washer? Kelas? Bangun. So, solid or washer?
Solid.
Solid or washer? Kita ada region kat sini.
Solid.
Solid. Ni region kita, washer. Ni axis of rotation. Washer or solid?
Solid.
Ada gap ke dalam kawasan? Kita punya axis of rotation.
Tak ada gap.
Axis of rotation kita kat sini.
Tak ada gap.
Tak ada.
Axis of rotation kita kat sini tau. And this is our solid. So kalau you nak kira radius, ada tak? Ada inner dan outer radius tak? Tengok betul-betul. Ada inner dan outer ni tak? Kit lah. Saya nak ni. Kelas, cuba tengok betul-betul. Saya nak sapu sebenarnya ni. Cuba tengok betul-betul. Kenapa tak boleh nak? Allah. And show. Aku kena buka baru lah pula sebab saya dah jadikan dia bentuk image. Mana siapa tadi? Yang ni. Cuba tengok. Ni region. Kita punya region. Ni kita punya region. Okay. And this is kita punya axis of rotation. Ada jarak tak dia punya region tu dengan dia punya axis of rotation? Class, come on. This method. Bukan shell method ni. Nak suruh you all faham dulu beza. Ada tak?
Ada.
Yes, ada. Okay, ada. Stephen, Colin kata tak ada. Adalah ni sebabnya dia punya radius ni. Kan, nampak tak? Dia berlubang. Okay, radius dia, inner radius dia yang ni, outer radius dia macam ni. So nanti dia berlubang tu, dia punya tu, dia akan jadi lubang dia macam tu. Dalam bentuk V. Kan dia ada jarak ni daripada inner curve dia ke center of rotation ni ada jarak. Yang kat bawah sekali je tak ada jarak. At x equals to 0. The rest dia semua ada jarak ni. Ada berlubang ni. Ada distance kat sini. Dia kalaulah curve tu rotate about x axis, yes, you are correct. Dia akan dapat solid. Sebabnya dia berada dalam ni. Faham tak kelas? Beza ni. Kalau rotate about the x axis, betul. You akan dapat solid, bukan dish. Because you rotate about this line. Okay, then the line tu is within the region. Tapi kalau macam ni, about the y axis, you adalah dia lubang kat sini. So you will get washer where the R out dia adalah this line, R in you adalah this line. Faham? Faham tak? Okay, Colin kata faham. Okay, so make sure you tak boleh nak tangkap muat whatever region rotate about x axis you akan dapat solid, rotate about y axis pun solid. No, you kena tengok graph. Okay, rotate about different axis will result different kind of solid. Dia boleh jadi washer, dia boleh jadi solid. Faham tak? Okay, so hopefully everybody get. Tu yang saya cakap, tengok dulu sama kalau nak guna this method ni tengok dulu ada apa ni jarak ke tak. Okay, antara region tu dengan axis of rotation. Macam ni ada jarak ni. Dia bukan kata bertindan. Alright, so that is using this method. Now we want to use the kita nak guna cylindrical shell method. Kalau guna cylindrical shell method, macam saya cakap tadi, kita regard this. Okay, kita regard this as a cylinder. Okay, cylinder. Banyak-banyak cylinder kita ada. 1 lapisan, 2 lapisan, 3 lapisan, 4 lapisan, 5 lapisan dan sehingga habis. Okay. So here, kita ada this. Okay, kita ada this. So kita rotate this curve. Okay, kita rotate this region about the y-axis. Maknanya kita dapat silinder bentuk macam ni. Nampak tak? Ni dia dah tunjuk dekat you. Silinder ni you rotate one. So you dapat one cylinder like this. Kalau your cylinder dekat sini, maknanya you akan dapat cylinder lagi besar. Macam tu. Hai, saya ni nak melukis tak pandainya lah. Kalau kat sini maknanya lagi besar. Macam tu. Lebih kurang lah. Cancel lagi ni. Okay, so you need to figure out what is the radius and the height of your cylinder. Okay, what is the radius and the height of your cylinder? So sekarang ni macam kita consider tadi, okay, this is the shell height. Okay, this is the shell height. Ni dia punya height. Mula-mula kita untuk you faham kan, kita tengok ni. Katakanlah when x kat sini, this is cylinder yang you nak cari dia punya volume. Okay, ni dia punya cylinder dia. So maknanya dia punya height adalah dari sini ke sini. So it varies with the curve y equals to square root x. So dia punya height is equals to square root x ataupun equals to y. Okay, y equals to square root x. And dia punya radius adalah, center kita adalah dekat along the y-axis. Along the y-axis. So katakanlah kita nak consider the cylinder kat sini, maknanya dia punya radius adalah where is your x tolak dengan y equals to 0, x equals to 0 lah. Kalau kat sini maknanya you punya x kat sini katakan 1, maknanya radius you sama dengan 1. Kalau you punya x kat sini, maknanya radius you adalah 4. Okay, kat sini maknanya r sama dengan 4. Kat sini maknanya r sama dengan 1. Katakanlah kat sini adalah r equals to 2. Maknanya r you sama dengan 2. So in this case, maknanya you punya r is equals to your x. Actually, you punya r adalah x tolak with x naught. X naught ni adalah kita punya y-axis. Okay, y-axis where is x naught ni sama dengan kosong lah. X naught ni adalah x equals to 0. So that's why your r is equals to x. Okay, your r is equals to x. And the thickness of your cylinder, you nampak your r ni, okay, is changing with respect to x. Okay, bila kita dapat cylinder ni dalam bentuk vertical cylinder, so tahulah kita dia punya ketebalan dia adalah changing with respect to x. Kita akan dapat two types of cylinder class. Sama ada horizontal cylinder like this or vertical cylinder. So kalau vertical cylinder, thickness dia adalah dx and h dia sama dengan y. Okay, y equals to whatever function of fx lah. And radius dia respect to normally x. Kalau lah axis of rotation dia tu along the line, along the y-axis. Tapi kalau macam ni, kalau dia adalah horizontal punya cylinder, okay, it's the other way round lah. Okay, kita punya radius sekarang adalah dalam bentuk r kita adalah y and h kita adalah equals to x1 minus with x2. Okay, sebab dia horizontal and thickness dia sekarang ni is respect to dy. Later kita akan ada one example yang kita ada horizontal punya horizontal punya cylinder. Okay, so sekarang ni untuk this example maknanya, okay, we have clear out. Okay, for this case maknanya r kita sama dengan x. Kalau kita ada kat sini, maknanya this is our radius. Kalau kita ada kat sini, maknanya this is our radius. So it is depending on whatever value of x that we have here. And then for our height is determined by the curve y equals to square root x. Sebab the height ni maknanya we measure dari sini sampai ke bawah. This bawah adalah x yang y equals to 0, right? This line. Ni, yang ni the horizontal horizontal axis or x-axis ada line y equals to 0. So dia punya tinggi yang ni adalah y equals to square root x minus with y equals to 0. So you get that height. So that's why h here is equals to square root x. Okay. Ni you punya h. So there you go. The integration now is because it's changing respect to x. So integration from 0 to 4. From 0 to 4, 2 pi. Radius is equals to x. And shell height is equals to square root x. So 2 pi x times with square root x, then you will get this answer. So kalau case macam ni, maksudnya kalau saya jadi you all, using cylindrical shell method is much easier for you to compute the volume compared if you use this method. Sebab this method, the washer method, you have to find what is R out and what is R in. Okay, what is R out and what is R in, barulah you boleh dapat jawapan. Okay, you may verify that if you use the formula pi R out square minus with R in square, dx or dy, you have to figure out, okay, you should get also the same answer, which is 128 pi over 5. Okay, 128 pi over 5. Okay. Okay. So next example ni sebenarnya you repeat example 8 until 14, use the shell method. Okay, using the same method, using the shell method, you should get the same answer. I already provide you the answer for example 8 until 14 using this method. So that same answer you should get if you use the shell method. Okay, but maybe I can discuss with you example yang ni dulu kejap. Yang ni 8-5. Example ni. Rasa macam pernah discuss ni. Saya tunjuk. Okay. Yang ni tadi kita tunjuk. Okay. Kita discuss when it is rotate about the y axis. Okay. Rotate about y axis. Okay. Rotate about y axis. Example 14. And I have provided you with the solution. Now I'm going to repeat example. Mana? Ni. Example 8. Okay, example 8. Tapi using, okay, this time is revolve about the x axis. Okay, class. Tu yang saya cakap beza tadi. Revolve about the x axis. Revolve about the x axis, dia ada lubang ke tak ada lubang, kelas? Kelas, ada lubang ke tak ada lubang example ni? We get a washer or we got a solid here? Kelas. Tak ada. Yes, correct. Everybody start to understand now. It's good. Okay, tak ada. Sebab we rotate about the x axis. Right. Kita dah guna teknik wash this method. Okay, kita slice dia macam tu kan. Sebelum ni, example 8 kita dah discuss. We get the answer is equals to 8-5. Now, I'm going to show to you, we are going to use the shell method and we should get the answer also equals to 8-5. Yes, 8-5. Okay, so maknanya kat sini, bila kita rotate, kita akan dapat curve dia macam ni kan bentuk dia. Kalau sebelum ni, kita chop dia macam ni. But now, using cylindrical shell method, we regard this as a shell. So maknanya, kita consider dia, okay, as the shell of a cylinder. Okay, as a shell of a cylinder. So, maksudnya macam ni. Macam tu. Okay. Kita consider one by one. Satu cylinder, macam tu. Okay. Ni cylinder pertama. And then, bila kedua, dan ni satu cylinder, then you may proceed with the next cylinder and next cylinder and so on. So daripada sini maknanya kita tahu this is our axis of rotation. Okay. Dan satu lagi silinder maknanya sampai ke bawah macam tu. Nampak tak? Macam tu. Kita maknanya dia sebagai shell. Banyak silinder, lapisan silinder. So if one cylinder like this, axis of rotation is here. So I want you to tell me what is the formula 2 pi h dx or dy. Okay, this is going to be conclude our lecture for today. 2 pi r h. Okay, so what is our r for this case, class? What is our r of the cylinder here? We rotate about the line x equals to x axis. Okay, we rotate about the line x equals to axis. So the radius of the cylinder is equals to apa dia? Class? Saya nak ini sebagai. You punya R is equals to, sorry.
ZX.
ZX. Okay, macam tu. Okay, so we regard this as the cylinder. So the formula we have integration of 2 pi r h. dx or dy, class? dx or dy for this case? Dia punya sorry. Dia punya radius sekarang ni kita consider kat mana kita berada.
dy.
Dy, correct. Okay, dia punya ni adalah V is equals to 2 pi RH dy. Okay, 2 pi RH dy. Okay, this curve is equals to dia punya curve ni y is equals to square root of x. So since you kata this is dy, maknanya we change this become x equals to y square. Okay, x equals to y square. Alright. So daripada sini maknanya saya lukis tak betul ni. Tak nampak sebenarnya. Saya nak try lukis cantik tapi saya ni ada masalah melukis. Okay. Okay. Punya formula. This is our axis of rotation. So we rotate about the x-axis. Macam tu. So we get the cylinder. Okay. Where your cylinder here, the radius of your cylinder is equals to, okay, bila ada kat sini, bila your y starting from your y equals to 0 sampai your y is equals to, y equals to apa? Y equals to 2. Kat sini y is equals to 2. Okay. So you try to figure out, saya nak lukis kat sini susah sikit. So saya bagi jawapan terus dekat you. Kalau you use cylindrical shell method for this one, the formula will be 2 pi r h. Your, as you say, is dy. Okay, dy because the radius is changing with respect to the y. Okay. Saya silap tadi. Patutnya dia macam ni. Okay. So r is equals to y and h is equals to y square. Okay, so you should get 2 pi y times with y square dy, and integration is from 0 to 2. Okay, try to figure out how does the solid looks like. Okay, you punya cylindrical shell, so daripada situ you should get r equals to y and h equals to, sorry. Bukan ni. Tak, saya silap. Alamak, pening lah saya. Sorry kelas. Patutlah saya pening. Betul dah tadi ni. Sorry for make you confused. Okay. Betul. Okay, R kita sama dengan Y. Okay, kat mana kita berada. So, silinder kita macam ni. Okay, silinder kita macam ni. Sebabnya soalan ni dia jadi lagi susah kalau kita punya cylindrical shell method. Okay, so dia punya R is equals to Y. Kat mana you berada, so dia punya panjang ni katakanlah Y ni sama dengan kosong, so dia punya radius kosong. Kalau Y sama 1, this is you punya panjang dia punya radius. Daripada center ke sini. Daripada center ke atas. And then dia punya height of your cylinder, kita consider macam tu. Saya pun dah pening. Okay, dia punya center, dia punya height of your cylinder is from the line. This is the line x equals to 4 minus with this line. This line is x equals to y square. Okay, so nak measure dia punya tinggi of your cylinder ni, dia punya radius tadi kan. This is you punya radius. So tinggi of your cylinder is x equals to 4. Katakanlah this is x2 and minus with x1. X1 adalah y square, this curve. Okay, so that's why HU adalah 4 tolak y square. Okay, HU adalah 4 tolak y square. Yang ni katakanlah daripada sini ke sini. Okay, curve U ke sini. Okay, H dia adalah 4 tolak y square. So that's why here volume U adalah integration from 0 to 2 pi, R adalah Y, NH adalah 4 tolak Y square dy. Okay, so you solve this integration, you sepatutnya dapat 8 pi juga. Okay. Hopefully you all faham lah. Saya explain lagi sekali, saya tak puas hati sebab tadi saya tersilap. Okay, so dia macam tu. Okay, and we know this line is x equals to 4. Okay, so daripada situ saya explain lagi sekali That's the end. Ada apa-apa soalan tak? Senyap je you all. Kok dah putus dah ni? Kelas, dengar tak? Ya Allah. Dengar tak? Kelas, dengar tak saya cakap tadi?
Dengar doktor.
Sampai mana? Dengar tak? Sampai mana saya cakap tadi you all dengar? Saya sebenarnya hari ni saya work from home. So network saya tak berapa stabil ni. Okay. Okay, so hopefully you can understand yang up to here lah yang saya explain yang ni. R equals to Y and H equals to 4 minus Y square. Ataupun maybe lah yang ni saya akan letak satu recorded lecture lah. Saya tak puas hati yang ni bila saya explain dekat you all tadi. Takut you all tak faham about this example. Maybe I will put a recorded lecture untuk you fahamkan this part later. Okay, if in case network pun tak berapa stable hari ni. Okay, so ada berapa soalan tak? Kelas boleh faham tak hari ni? This topic is syndication method ni is a bit tricky untuk you kalau saya dulu pun saya macam agak macam confused lah mula-mula nak faham ni. Macam tadi pun saya macam tersilap tadi, tertinggal line x equals to 4. That's why macam a bit macam blur sekejap saya sendiri pun. Alright, then after that I figure out, okay, R equals to Y and H is equals to 4 minus Y square. So kalau you substitute, you should get also 8 pi, sama dengan jawapan yang kita ada if you use this method. Alright, so maybe I will put one recorded lecture, ni lah saya akan buat a short video to explain about to you using the syndication method untuk solve example 8 ni. And do not the rest example yang lain I want you to try on your own sebab jawapan dah ada. Okay, you should work out using the syndication method sampai you dapat jawapan sebagaimana yang diberikan di dalam nota tu. Alright class, so sebenarnya basically with this we have completed chapter 4. Okay, we have completed chapter 4, but untuk sum up ni saya akan bagi a short video lah untuk you all tengok if you still tak faham lagi a little bit about the syndication method. Ni saya akan provide ni to explain how do we get R equals to Y and H equals to 4 minus Y square untuk example 8. Alright, so with this we have completed chapter 4. Okay, basically I will top up something later. Okay, so next week we will start with chapter 5 and soon I will upload the assignment for chapter 4 to you. I will inform you dekat WhatsApp lah. Alright, so with this, that's all for today. Thank you everyone. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Welcome.